And joining us to tell us all about the venue and the competition, Nine's Olympic commentator and Sydney gold medalist Kerri Pottharst. Kerri, thanks for coming in. Now, Natalie Cook, this is her 5th Games and she's pulled out all stops to get there, her and her partner Tamsin. How do you rate them? What are their chances going into these Games?
Well, look, Layla, I've spent the last 2 days with Nat and I can honestly say she's the most relaxed that I've seen her in 4 years, because their big battle was getting to the Games. So she's done it all. Now, when she gets there, she said to me, Kez, watch out, the magic's going to happen. So I reckon, like, if they get a good draw and it's 1 game every 2 days, you know, Nat's not young anymore, she gets, you know, gets going physically, she's going to be great. They've got so much experience. Nat and Tamsin have 8 Olympics between them, so they're the experienced team. But on the other hand, we have Bakara, Palmer, Louise Borden, who are a higher ranked team, done a little bit better on the World Tour over the last couple of years. They're the youth team. They've got the physical ability, they've got the aggression, they're so pumped. So, you know, it's kind of half a dozen of one and of the other, because either one can get through.
It's a moment in time, isn't it? I mean, once you get to a certain stage there, it's anybody's. That's what the Olympics is all about. It always throws up a wonderful story, doesn't it?
It does, and you see so many world champions choke and lose it on that day, and you see so many underdogs come through and just create history, and like the fairy tales happen. So, you know, there's going to be so much exciting stuff. I'm going to Austria just before London to watch and talk to some of those athletes, so I get the real behind-the-scenes stuff for my commentary. So I know what they've been going through over the last few months, and I can put that in and let everybody know about how they've been feeling.
We talk about Horse Guards Parade being iconic, but Bondi Beach, just incredible. And when we look back at that vision of yourself playing there, what's that like for you to see that? Does it seem like yesterday, or does it seem like a lifetime ago?
It almost seems like it wasn't me, because it seems like a long time ago, and it is a long time ago. I talk about it a lot because I do a lot of corporate speaking, but I get goosebumps still. It's kind of like, oh, that's right. And sometimes I have to kind of shake myself and go, it did really happen. That was me and Natalie and all our family and friends were in the stands, and we built up. We had a massive period of build up to that. And the difference, I think, that got us over the line, what made the difference for us on the day, which a lot of the athletes have got to go into this Games with, is belief. You know, we knew the night before, we laid awake, both practising our victory speeches to get ready for the next day. We were so certain.
Horse Guards Parade, I mean, Bondi, iconic, we talked about that, but having been there, that Horse Guards Parade, it is just going to be enormous. There is a feeling there of unbelievable history for a start. And you know, being in England, seeing that much sand around, they don't see that much sand all the time. So,
they're going to bring out their buckets and spades, aren't they?
What's your thoughts about Horse Guards Parade?
Oh, look, to have it in the centre of the city is just amazing, and it's really interesting because we don't play beach volleyball on the beach very often, so that's why Bondi was so beautiful. But being in the centre of the city, having all those amazing buildings and infrastructure and history around us, and it's the flattest area, I guess, and the biggest area, because we have to build a 16,000-seat stadium, as you say, and other warm-up courts around that, so it's going to be unbelievable. They're bumping it in right now, bringing in all those thousands of tonnes of sand. I don't know where they're getting them from. Probably Bondi.
Who are the big threats?
Well, we've got Brazil. They're #1 in the world at the moment. They've been winning everything over the last few years. We've got the gold medalists from the last 2 Olympics, Kerri Walsh and Misty May, the Americans. Kerri Walsh has had 2 babies, and I should say Tamsin Hinchley, Natalie's partner, had a baby in a year off and has come back. But Kerri Walsh from America has had 2 children since her gold medal in Beijing, and they're hoping to get 3 in a row. So, it's going to be a big one.
What about the host country? Are you expecting anything out of them, because it's in their backyard?
It is, and I think they'll either get really nervous and freak out, or they'll ride that wave. You know, we freaked out at the first few games in Bondi, but then by the end of the games, when it counted, we rode that wave onto the top of the podium. So hopefully the host country do well, because, you know, you don't want to see them go 1-2 barbecue out of the tournament.
No. Now, congratulations to you in the Volleyball Hall of Fame. You were inducted last night.
Yes, we had a fantastic gala dinner in Melbourne last night. The Volleyball Federation celebrated 50 years in this country. We had some amazing people people recognised, along with Natalie and myself and a bunch of other fantastic coaches and players. So very humbling, and I said last night, volleyball has given me a fantastic life. I'm here with you guys. I've won gold medals. I've travelled the world. I have friends everywhere. So, you know, sport is ingrained in me, and that's thanks to my sport of volleyball.
Well done. We'll see you in London.
Thank you. I will.
Congratulations.